Hi, this is Starthinker, and I'm back with another knee-jerk reaction video review. Uh, I do my movie reviews immediately after watching the movie, so I don't have time to process the movie. Be forewarned that I try not to give spoilers, but I do talk about the movie, which means there's probably going to be spoilers. So if you're not into spoilers, go ahead and stop it right now. But today's was unexpected. I didn't plan on doing a video review. Uh, I turned on this movie, and it's probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But it's a movie I can't recommend enough, and that sounds like a weird combination. But I'm not sure where this movie came from. Someone must have made it in their spare time, but they must have had a lot of friends that was willing to do a lot of things to help them out. The movie I'm talking about is called Cute Little Buggers, and it's about an alien invasion in a small English town. Um, yeah, that's the premise. Uh, so the aliens, I don't know, I don't know where to start with this movie. So aliens decide to invade Earth. They apparently need women to procreate, and they're going to kidnap all the women and kill all the men. But they do it in a small English village. And I gotta say, starting out right off the bat, the special effects are like grade school Photoshop quality, and I think that kind of added to the fun of the movie. The rabbits, none of the rabbits are real. None of the weapons are real. Half of everything was just Photoshop, and it was like, I don't know. It added to the charm. But yeah, I really like this movie. I want to start out with the aliens. With the Photoshop quality, like I said, is bad throughout. But the aliens have this control panel. It's kind of like the control panel that you always see Stark use in Avengers. He's got the 3D holographic control panel that he just moves his hands around and things fly around. And they use that kind of special effect for the control panel in the aliens. Only it was so intuitive. I mean, every time they did something, it was intuitive. And I just loved that. And that was like my favorite part of the movie. Every time they showed the aliens, he's like, well, do this. And he was like manipulating and you could tell it was like an alien language and alien symbols and things that would only mean something to an alien. But like the way he controlled it, it just, I don't know. It's just me, but I absolutely love that part of the movie. Um, the rest of the movie, well, excuse me, it's a typical slasher movie, but the effects are horribly bad. People get arms and legs ripped off, they get their chests ripped out, heads are ripped off, throats are torn out, blood everywhere, but it's all I don't know how to put it. It's you just got to see it. It's it's first year's film student Photoshop bad, but it's fun. It was a really fun movie to watch, and I don't know there's a at first starting out I thought, oh, this is the worst movie ever. They were there's a father and son who have something between them, and it's like all dramatic, and there's the son comes home, the prodigal son, and he meets his girlfriend that he left behind, and she's got some guy, and so there's a fight between these two guys, and the father and son hate each other, and um, there's village people that have interactions, and I'm thinking this is the dumbest movie, and you know it started out like, oh god, what is all this? But then the battle started, and the rabbits attack. Apparently, there's some kind of festival going on at a farm, and the rabbits attack, and that's when all hell breaks loose, and that's when the movie just became so enjoyable. And I don't know if it was really meant to be a comedy, but I was laughing, and there's a lot of movies people say, oh, it was so bad I laughed at it. This was a movie so bad I laughed at it, and To me, I've always said this in every single one of my reviews. To the rate the standard of a good movie is if I was entertained. And I gotta tell you, this was one of the funnest movies I've seen in a long time. I laughed out loud. Probably it wasn't supposed to. The writers, the directors, the special effects people, they probably didn't want me to laugh out loud, at the arrow through the cheek. And I just can't explain some of it. The guy's legs getting ripped off, and that's not supposed to be funny, but it was. um, be forewarned, they did throw a lot of sex and nudity into this film. It's really reminiscent of an old slasher film where people just get naked and then they get killed. Um, but yeah, it's really bizarre. It's weird. There's no describing it. But yeah, fun movie called Cute Little Buggers. It's on Hulu. Um, I don't watch this with your children, obviously, but yeah, it was just a fun movie. I'm gonna highly recommend it. I was really entertained. Um, the credits are still up on my screen. That's why I keep glancing up at. That's how soon after the movie I did this review. Uh, but everything, uh, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. All the interactions in the first part of the movie actually made sense during the battle, and somehow they pulled it together. And God forgive the special effects artist, but I think that added to the entertainment value of this movie, because every time you saw one of these rabbits, and I mean, it just, even the close-ups and even the interactions where like the people are interacting with the rabbits is so absurd. It's just crazy. But yeah, it's called Cute Little Buggers. There's not much to say about the movie. It's alien rabbits tearing people apart, but so much fun. And it's not, I don't like slasher films. I like horror movies, but I don't like slasher films. I don't like seeing people get ripped apart. But this movie made it entertaining. Anyway, I love this movie. It's highly recommended. I give it 5 rabbits up. Uh, Go out and see it. Cute Little Buggers on Hulu. I'm Starthinker. Don't forget, I got books on Amazon. I got other video reviews. Go ahead and watch them. Uh, but yeah, Cute Little Buggers, Hulu. Highly recommended. Thanks.